pretty happy man is an understatement, Stephen Grootes. He is bouncing off the walls of this National Results Operations Center. Herman Mashaba, are you the kingmaker of this 2021 local government election after only launching ActionSA just last year?
Well, thank you very much, Jacinda, and Newzroom Afrika for giving me this opportunity. As you can imagine, one has been on this program for 18 months now, from the days of the People's Dialogue. And we wanted to win, and we wanted to win outright. But we've always made it clear that ultimately we'll leave it to the voters to decide. And they've decided. I think honestly, it would be unfair for me not to really celebrate our achievement. A party only a year old, a party IEC made it really very difficult to register. I mean, in just for a year, we had really 4 serious challenges with the IEC. But you know what? They've made us wiser, much more resolute to really contest. And the residents of the 6 municipalities have given us the mandate to unseat the ANC.
Not too soon. We're only at just over 30%. What's making you so confident that, and especially in the city of Johannesburg, when I spoke to you earlier, you said to me verbatim that nothing will happen in the city of Johannesburg without Herman Mashaba.
But I think, look, as much as you're aware, we've had party agents in all the VDs, so we've got an idea. It might change there and there, but really nothing really drastic. So we're not really expecting any major surprises. We know that we still got a long way to go, but we've got an idea, fair idea, because all the voting stations closed last night, and immediately our teams were started working on making sure that they take the responsibility to make sure that counting is done properly and send us the information. So we've got a fair idea of the outcome.
When you were in the city of Johannesburg, you oversaw a coalition government. Let's talk who you're willing to work with. Joburg, Tshwane, and wherever else maybe ActionSA could possibly be a kingmaker.
Well, you remember just over a week ago we were at the launch of our campaign. We had a fantastic event. You guys covered it live. At that, during my address, I said, because I'd already spoken to Senate, that you know what, in the event of a coalition, I think let us use the same approach that we used during the People's Dialogue. Let's involve our supporters, actioners, to say who do they want us really go into a coalition with. One thing, but we've made it really very clear that we're not going to a coalition with the ANC. That one is out of the question. So the voters, our supporters have already given us that mandate. But obviously the other parties, we obviously are going to be engaging. This evening I'm going into a Senate meeting where we can then obviously as a Senate take a final decision in terms of how we're going to approach this complex, delicate, sensitive negotiations. And then we will keep you posted, but obviously some of the negotiations we've got to have behind closed doors, because you don't really know the outcome. But we want to work with political parties committed to residents first before political parties. If anyone believes that they are there for politics of the stomach, we're going to have a challenge. And I really hope that political parties that we are saying we are happy to really work with, you've got to commit, because us as ActionSA, we've committed ourselves to work for society. We put people first, South Africans first, and our political party ActionSA, it's a vehicle which you must use to serve society.
Very, very quickly, Mr. Mashaba, I'm completely out of time, but I would like to get your reflections on the governance and management of this election. There have been issues raised with ballot paper stuffing. There have been issues raised with the voter management system. As ActionSA, where do you stand on these issues?
Well, if there's one political party that has got to really raise an issue, it's us. Our voters had to really vote when IEC reduced us to a logo. So we're the first political party that has got an issue. We're the first political party where where the candidate lists were published. We were the last party to really have our names published. In fact, one of the wards in Johannesburg only informed of a minor issue at the last minute, and not really our fault. I mean, you expect the IEC as an independent body, in an event of a technical matter like this, please bring it to the party's attention. The IEC is not a party that's supposed to be there to punish political parties. It's there to assist political parties and also help society. I think if for me, one of my main concern is IEC's determination to have wanted to postpone these elections. I mean, that alone. If I look at the money that they used on that commission to establish the commission to postpone the election, you can imagine if that money was used for voter education, because one of the critical weaknesses of our democratic dispensation in this country is voter education. We've taken power away from our people because they believe, they are a nobody. And a body like the IEC has got a huge responsibility, obviously working with us as political parties, for voter education.
Herman Mashaba, Stephen Grotis, dare I say he is the man of the moment. I'm completely out of time, but I suspect that we'll be spending a lot more time speaking to Herman Mashaba as we see an increase then in the number of the numbers coming in, rather. I mean, the vote counting is done. It's the data capturing stage, really. And now that Eskom has announced that they're likely to load shed, I wonder then if that 90% deadline or mark that was announced by Simon Mabolo earlier on this afternoon will be met. But we still continue to monitor proceedings here at the National Results Operations Center. Tammy, it's back to you in studio.